Hi, if you're new here, my name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, both in person and online, and a certified nutrition coach. I help moms locally in Las Vegas, Nevada, and all over the world shed the weight holding them back from becoming their most energetic and authentic version of themselves so they can go after their deepest desires alongside of motherhood. You can find me at fitandconfidentmoms.com. Have you ever said to yourself, I know what to do, I just don't know why I don't do it? I totally get it. You're thinking in your head, I know I should be meal prepping. I know I should be eating healthier. I know I should be going to bed a little bit earlier and getting my exercise. It's important to you, but you can't figure out why you're not doing it. Well, in today's Tuesday Talk, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies that can help you stay consistent once you get the ball rolling, because really it only takes one simple action to go from inaction to action. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that action comes before motivation. We can't really rely on motivation to keep us going. Hi, my name is Rose Peterson. I am founder of RP Fitness and Nutrition. I'm a certified personal trainer and certified master nutrition coach. And today I'm going to share with you 3 strategies for success without relying on willpower or motivation to help you stay consistent. All right, so if you're watching live, type live, hi Linda. And if you're watching the replay, type replay. This helps me so much and lets other people know that there's a live that they might want to watch. Okay, so I am streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, my Facebook group, and Instagram. So I'd love for you to type in the comments where you're watching from. This kind of gives me a good sense of like which platforms people are on and which ones I need to make sure that, hi Linda, that I want to make sure that I'm on consistently and creating content in. So I want you guys to know that the tips I'm sharing today, there's more to it. I'm only doing 3 today, but I have a free download called 7 tips to stay consistent without motivation that will jump on this same training. I'm actually giving it away for free for anyone who attends my master workshop tomorrow. So if you have not heard about my workshop and you want to learn more, type workshop in the comments below. So tomorrow I'm teaching a class called Mastering Weight Loss After Age 35. Oh, cool. Linda, you're in Arizona. Thank you for joining us. Mastering Weight Loss After Age 35. And I'm teaching 2 simple strategies to lose weight while your hormones are changing, or maybe after your hormones have already changed and you feel stuck and you're not sure what to do. And what used to work is not working anymore. So if you want more information on that, drop the word workshop. You can watch the live and watch the replay. And for watching, I have a special bonus. You got to send me the secret word and I'll send you that 7 tips to stay consistent without relying on motivation. Okay, I'm actually going to change this banner so that, hold on, technology. Okay, here we go. And we're going to turn this one off. Okay, so if you're watching on Facebook, there's all kinds of cool tech that I'm using over here. Okay, so the first thing, now, before I jump in, these are all based on a big study that was done a couple years ago on what are some tips and tricks that are useful for our brain that can actually help us stay consistent when we don't have willpower or when motivation is not here. And so these are the things that have been studied and said these work. So I'm only going to share with you guys things that are proven strategies that work and that are repeatable and I've used with my own clients. So the first strategy is called using a commitment device. I know that's like really weird, and the researchers use this word commitment device to describe the first strategy, but all that means is making a commitment outside of yourself, outside of just telling yourself you're going to do something. You need to put an action to it to pair it. And one example I have for a commitment device is actually planning ahead and writing a plan down or putting it in your phone. It needs to come out of your head and into an actual plan. So you're making a commitment to yourself that these things are going to happen. So one good example of a commitment device is, let's say you're meeting someone for coffee or for lunch. You look ahead of time on the menu and make a decision. What is something you can order that is in line with your goals? You make a decision ahead of time. That way, when you get there, you're not going to rely on maybe your mood changes. Maybe your friend is like, ooh, look at these croissants. Don't they look good? You have to go in there with a commitment knowing, hey, yeah, that does look really good. I actually looked ahead in the menu and I found that this item is something that is going to fall in line with my goals, and make that commitment to ordering that. Okay. Planning ahead is so key. And it's actually one of the more major reasons people struggle to stay consistent is because they don't have a plan. And here's the thing, you don't have to plan a week ahead of time. You could plan in the morning what your day is going to look like. You can plan the night before what the next day is going to look like. And if you really want to up the ante on this commitment device, then make sure the materials are ready for what you're going to plan for. So for example, if you know you're going to go to the gym in the morning, possibly it could be your first workout, first early morning workout, Set yourself up for success. So your clothes are ready. Maybe you have a gym bag. It's in the car. Okay. Put the alarm across the room. So that is a commitment that you're gonna have to get up, turn that alarm off. You're already up, get your butt to the gym. Okay. So action becomes before motivation. No one ever feels like doing anything that's uncomfortable. Your brain is going to send you thoughts and messages to convince you not to do something that's out of the ordinary. So anything out of your ordinary routine, your brain is going to see that as discomfort. And that's just because we're wired that way. We're built that way for our own protection, because back in the caveman days, we had to be aware of like predators or danger or things that could make us feel uncomfortable or make us scared, because those scary things back then could kill us, right? But now we're in a modern day world where we don't need to have these reactions, but our brain is still programmed that way. And how do we get out of that programming? How we get out of that programming is just proving to your brain you're going to be all right. So get to the gym, do the uncomfortable thing. And I promise you, afterwards, you're like, oh my God, that wasn't that bad. And in fact, like, I feel so good and I don't regret being here. Okay. But to get to there and to stay consistent, we got to give ourselves commitment devices. We can't wish that we're going to do something. We have to make it concrete. So making a plan, telling others that we're doing this. We need to have a commitment device outside of our head to make sure that we are consistent. Hey, Mike, thanks for joining over on Instagram. Okay, let me check the comments over on here. Okay, so any questions on that? Well, like, who here does this consistently? I would love to know what your routine, what your plan is. How do you stay consistent? Because somebody watching here or watching the replay can use your tip and it would be so valuable. You'll be helping others. Okay, so tip number 2 is temptation bundling. These researchers said we got to make it tempting for us to do the action, right? Temptation bundling. And all that really means is doing something you enjoy and pairing it with something you don't enjoy. So you got to kind of like trick yourself almost to doing that action. So for example, maybe one of your commitments is to get 10,000 steps a day or 5,000 steps a day. And right now it's raining in Vegas and parts of the Midwest, there's ice, right? So maybe you have to go to the gym to get these steps and get on the treadmill. And that whole process just sounds like, right? The brain is like, oh my God, that's a lot of effort just to get these steps in. But you can make it more tempting by either pairing it with something you already love. So it could be a podcast, a show. I'm trying to think. I do this all the time when I'm doing chores is I will put on a podcast or music, something that I already love. Maybe you can invite a friend. That could be tempting, right? Because it's like, now I'm going to do this in the company of someone I enjoy, and I can spend time with them and get my walking in. Um, this made me think of like mall walking for some reason. That could be temptation bundling for you. You can go window shop, get your steps in. How can you get your steps in? How can you get your stuff in a way that's enjoyable? Okay. And another, this is a little bonus tip is you can also pair a reward with it afterwards. So I have a client that we spoke with a couple weeks ago who was struggling to get his workouts in. And one of the days that he would work out was on his day off. And for some reason, he had it in his mind that, like, man, it's my day off and I got to work out and I have all these things that I need to do. And I'm like, well, what do you normally do on your day off? Let's try to figure out how we can fit this workout in. And he described meeting his sister for coffee or smoothie, and spending time with her, and then doing all these other things. So I said, can I share an idea that might help? And he's like, sure. I was like, how about your reward after you work out? And you could do this actually before or after it work. It depends on how you trust your brain, or would it work if I give myself the reward before or after? And we paired the coffee / smoothie date with his sister to being after his workout. So it made him look like, no, like, all right, I'm going to check the box. I'm going to do my workout. And after that, I get to have my enjoyable time. I get to meet my sister for a smoothie. I get to meet somebody for coffee right after that. So temptation bundling is just pairing something that you enjoy with something that maybe you don't enjoy as much. So it kind of convinces you to, I don't know why. Saw myself in the mirror and I'm like, why is my hat like that? All right. Yes, I'm easily distractible sometimes. Pair something you don't enjoy with something you do enjoy. All right, my last tip, which don't sleep on this. This is actually the most important tip. And I talk about this time and time again. And you will hear me repeat this over and over and over again because it's the most important, which is know your why. Know your deep why you're doing this. Not that I know it's healthier for me, not that this is something I should be doing. I want to know what is getting you out of bed in the morning when you don't want to get out of bed. You need to know your deep why to be able to drive you. That is the driving force, the guiding light that you're going to keep going. And so there's an exercise called 5 whys, but you could do more than 5 because sometimes our surface level whys, we know them and we can spit them off the top of our head what our surface level why is. But if we keep going down and like, why is that important? Why is that important? We're going to get to the heart of what really matters to you and why you really, what is your deepest fear? What is your deepest want? What is it that is driving you? And that solid core that we're going for, that is what's going to drive you. And once you get to that deep why, you need to write that down and put it somewhere that you can see every single day, because that is what it's going to help you. Because if we go through the motions every single day of our responsibilities, work, kids, and we can easily ignore our deep why because we're just trying to get through the day, we're in survival mode. But here's the thing, you matter, you're important, you are worthy, and all the people around you are going to benefit from a healthier and happier you, including yourself, right? There's no reason to self-sacrifice your own health and happiness for obligations, because why are we here in the first place? Okay. So you need to know your deep why, ask yourself why 5 times, get to the bottom of it, and place that why somewhere every single day. You can journal it every day. You can put it on your phone. You can make a vision board. That's what some people do. They make a vision board so they can visually see why they're doing the things that they're doing. Okay, so I have two vision boards. I have one for my athlete vision board, which helps me stay motivated to train. And I have a vision board for my own life and personal goals. And I really, really do believe that seeing it often, meditating on it, which could be just pausing for a few minutes to reflect on that, is going to seep in your subconscious mind as long as you see it often and you take action based on what you see on the vision board. So again, the action part is so, so important because wishing and dreaming doesn't get us very far, right? So we got to know what the steps are underneath to get us to where we need to be. That is my 3 tips. So I talked about having a commitment device, temptation bundling. I know these words are like, I need to like rephrase these things, but they're all based on a study that was done. And these are the words that they came up with, psychology words. And then the last one is know your deep why. So I would love to know which tip with you resonates. Which one would you like to know more about? Maybe you have your own tip that helps you stay consistent. Drop that in the comments. You are impacting someone who you never know needs to hear your tip, and that's going to help them. And I truly believe, there's that old saying, like, smile at someone at the store. You never know what day they've had that could have totally turned their day around or made their day. So never think, oh, my comment is just so simple. You might be helping somebody and giving them an aha moment. I believe I'm not the only expert in the room. My clients are experts too. And you're an expert and you have tried a lot of different things. So leave your comments. They're so valuable. Okay, so before I go, if you are not signed up for my Mastering Weight Loss After Age 35 class and you're interested in coming, where I'm going to share my 2 simple strategies for success two simple strategies to mastering weight loss after age 35, because there are things we have to consider. Our hormones are changing and there is specific nutrition and specific type of exercise that we need to do. They're simple, but not many people are aware of them. And that's why I'm teaching that tomorrow on how to do the right type of food and right type of exercise based on what science says to support our weight loss goal, even while your hormones are changing. So if you're 35 and over, this is for you, even 30, because menopause symptoms or perimenopause, which is the stage before true menopause, happens 10 years before you hit true menopause. So if you're thinking in your head, this doesn't apply to you, if you're over 30, it probably does. So come to that workshop. I have a free gift for watching, which is my full complete guide on 7 strategies to stay successful without relying on motivation. Linda, you post your why in many places. That's amazing. 71 and very sedentary. I would love to chat with you more, and I would invite you to come up with ideas on how to get moving a little bit more and use my tip of the temptation bundling of doing something that you enjoy. That's kind of tricking you to get more movement in. My oldest client, I think she was almost 90 years old that I used to train. And my oldest nutrition client, probably about 75. And a lot of people don't believe this. They're like, that old and you can help them lose unwanted fat. Doesn't matter how old you are. I can help. So if you're interested in something like that, please come to this workshop. You're going to learn more. You'll have a map and a game plan on what to do next. Okay. So if you want more information on that, #workshop, and I will get the information to you. We'll get you signed up. So until next time, this is Coach Rose rooting for you to say, go after more in 2024. All right. Bye-bye.